that you're...
Bergs, you can see there in the front row the mother and father of Andrea Sneiderman there, and some of her friends back there. And then as it goes to the other side of the courtroom, that is where the Sneiderman family has been. And right now we do not see Don Sneiderman and his wife and the son are not in the courtroom at this time. So they probably have exited for the day as we kind of peer around the courtroom to take a look to see who is sitting on the benches. And we now see all of the attorneys, including Andrea Sneiderman, are seated again, and Judge Adams has come to the bench. So we get ready. The jury is in the midst of deliberations. They have left the building. They have not left the building. They have left the courtroom.
Left the courtroom, yeah.
And that's kind of where we stand right now as we close in at 4:30 Eastern Time. So let us take it back inside, and we will follow this trail of the trial of Andrea Sneiderman, now in day 9 and coming to a completion.
And the defense had an opportunity to review all the agreed upon evidence that will be going out to the jury. Who's speaking on behalf of the state?
We have, Your Honor. I, along with Mr. Petrie, Mr. Morgan, and Mr. Clegg, and Mr. Williams, on behalf of the defense, have all reviewed the evidence that will go out with the jury, as well as that evidence that will not go out with the jury.
Is there any disagreement that the court needs to intervene at this point in time?
None from the state, Judge.
Mr. Petrie?
No, sir, none from the defense.
At this point in time, along with the indictment, the proposed verdict form, and a copy of the jury instructions, I will allow Deputy Garrett to take those items out and tell them to go ahead and start deliberation. And he's going to start doing that. Lawyers approach him and give you some direction on time. All right, we're on recess right now.
All rise.
Welcome back, everybody. Jeff Hullinger, along with our attorney, Zara Karanchak, is with us, former federal prosecutor and defense attorney, and we are now in recess for the day as we wait for the jury. The jury now has this case of Andrea Sneiderman and the 13 counts of perjury and obstruction of justice now in their hands to ultimately decide her fate and how it will play out for her in the years ahead. Have you been surprised by anything today? As you have listened to the closing arguments, you are seeing a close-up of Andrea Sneiderman here in the blue sweater.
Have I been surprised? That's interesting. I don't know that I've been surprised by anything. I have been impressed by both sides and their professionalism and how they've handled themselves in the courtroom, and I think they made the points they needed to make and did a good job with the case.
Yeah.
And
surprised by pitch and tone of the district attorney and the degree of heat that he brought?
Surprised by that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit surprised by that, though I can understand why he made that choice.
How about Tom Clegg's defense closing statement? What did you think of that?
If I had to choose between the two as to which one was more effective, I would say...
And you are being forced to do so.
And I'm being forced to do so. I'd say the prosecutor, Mr. James, was the winner, but if you had to pick one.
It certainly was more theatrical, but what would be more effective with the jury? Would it be the great emotion and the drama, the theater, all of that really was brought by the district attorney, or would it be sort of the unrelenting press that Attorney Clegg had?
I think it was the use of the multimedia and the subliminal messaging that was most effective.
And by the messaging, you're talking about Andrea is guilty signs,
right,
or graphics that were displayed via the PowerPoint.
Right. PowerPoint had up for significant amounts of time. She's guilty. She lied. He used metaphors and very specific language. It was her actions, her lies, her, he was very methodical in how he attacked her. And used a lot of words that the jury would remember and be able to repeat because he said it so many times. And he wasn't afraid to call her a liar. I don't know that everyone would have taken that stance to actually stand in front of her and call her a liar.
Very interesting to see the prosecution, the attorneys walk out right next to Andrea Sneiderman and her family and friends. It creates a very intriguing dynamic in a very small space.
And that's part of the courtroom drama that you often see is, it is a great struggle between the two sides. And you both have to keep focused on what you're doing and stay on your mission for your client, whether your client's the state of Georgia or Miss Sneiderman.
We have handled hundreds and hundreds of statements and questions off of Twitter and off of my email. My email is the initial J, Hullinger, Hullinger, at 11alive.com, or you can contact me through Twitter, and I am at 11 Hullinger, Hullinger, and here is one off of Twitter that says, this is for you, Zara.
Uh-oh.
Any thoughts about how